ChatGPT Live is one of those features that sounds technical until you try it. Then the point becomes simpler. Talking to AI feels less like filling out a form and more like thinking out loud with something that can keep up. For beginners, the hardest part is often the empty box. People hear that prompts matter, then freeze because they think they need the perfect words. Voice changes that starting point. You can begin with a messy sentence and clean it up in conversation. OpenAI introduced GPT Live on July 8, 2026. The headline is not just that voice has a new model name. The bigger idea is a voice experience that can feel more natural, more responsive, and less trapped in rigid terms. The technical phrase is full duplex. In regular English, that means the model can listen while it is speaking. It can decide whether to keep talking, pause, let you interrupt, stay quiet, or invoke a tool while the conversation is still moving. That matters because real conversation is messy. You pause to think. You change direction. You say, wait, that is not what I meant. Older voice systems could feel like a walkie-talkie. GPT Live is trying to feel closer to an actual exchange. The beginner benefit is subtle but important. OpenAI says ChatGPT voice is better at waiting when you take a moment to think, and better at focusing on your voice when there is background noise. That makes the interaction feel less fragile. The second big piece is delegation. OpenAI says GPT Live handle the continuous voice interaction while Frontier model works in the background on search, reasoning, or more complex tasks. For a beginner, that means the conversation does not have to freeze every time the question gets harder. This is also where I want to be boring on purpose. Smarter answers do not mean perfect answers. A model can sound natural and still misunderstand you, miss context, or get a current detail wrong. The smoother the voice feels, the more important review becomes. The OpenAI page also shows something easy to miss: visual answers. While you're talking, ChatGPT voice can show rich cards for things like weather, stocks, sports, and maps. That is important because some answers are easier to understand when you can see them. That is why I wanted both desktop and mobile screenshots in this video. The feature is not only interesting in a browser article. Voice makes the most sense when you are on your phone, walking, cooking, commuting, or trying to get an idea out before it disappears. If you are new to AI, my test is simple. Start a voice conversation and say, I am new to AI. Help me find one practical way to use this in my everyday life. Pick one idea, talk it through, then ask for a checklist. You do not need magic phrases. Normal words are enough. Say, explain that like I am brand new. Say, wait, go back one step. Say, make it less technical. Say, give me a real example. That is the whole advantage. For ColinMichaels.com, the workflow I am testing is voice first, codex second. I talk through the idea in ChatGPT Live, ask for a structured codex prompt, then let codex build the article package. Draft, images, metadata, social copy, all still reviewed by me. That last part matters. I do not want a magic publish button. I want a writing bench, something that helps me move from a rough idea to a real package without pretending the machine should make all the judgment calls. A single voice session can become an outline, an article draft, an editor.js import, SEO metadata, image direction, social posts, or a video script. That is where voice becomes more than a feature. It becomes the messy human front door to a structured workflow. Use common sense with privacy. Do not share passwords, private account numbers, or details you would not want tied to your account history. Voice can feel casual, but casual does not mean disposable. Treat it like a helpful brainstorming space, not a private diary. Availability is worth saying plainly. OpenAI says GPT Live is rolling out across iOS, Android, and ChatGPT.com. GPT Live 1 is for Go, Plus, and Pro users, while GPT Live 1 Mini is for free users. Still, rollout details can vary. There are limits. OpenAI says GPT Live does not support voice with video or screen sharing in ChatGPT at launch. You may still see older voice modes where those features exist. That is another reason to check what your own app actually shows. For regular people, start low stakes. Use it to plan a family trip, practice explaining a work idea, turn a rough note into a clearer email, ask beginner questions about a hobby, or talk through one decision before you make it. The best part is not that you can talk. It is that you can correct the conversation while it is happening. Ask it to slow down. Ask for simpler words. Say that is not what I meant. Those tiny course corrections are beginner friendly. A natural voice experience can make AI feel more trustworthy than it deserves. It can misunderstand what you said, interrupt in an odd moment, or answer confidently when the details are wrong. So use it to start thinking, not to stop thinking. Here's the first project I would give a beginner. Have one 5-minute conversation, ask ChatGPT to summarize it, turn that summary into a checklist, and do one item. That is enough. The goal is a useful loop, not an impressive setup. So here's the recap. ChatGPT Live matters because the first draft can be spoken. Beginners can start messy, steer the conversation, and turn the result into something useful. Creators can connect that conversation to a real workflow, but review still comes before publishing. I wrote the full beginner-friendly post at colinmichaels.com. If you want AI advice that stays practical, read the article, try one 5-minute voice conversation, and remember the order. Human conversation first, automation second, review before publishing. Please like, share, and subscribe for more useful guides on AI, automation, coding, and everyday technologies.